Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading for you. So pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first number you get, I got a different number. Wow. I usually have the same number, but yeah, something different's happening. Alrighty, so let's go to the board now and see what these cards have to say. Okay, ready to rock and roll. So we're doing card number 1. Card number 1 for this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot. There's a nice solitaire diamond ring here, which means you're engaged in an energy that is acting like a bridge, bringing some opposites together. It means that you're integrating the energy. You might not be aware of it yet because means you're engaged, but you might not actually recognize that you and this energy are coming together. Okay, which you may, for example, start having dreams about marriage or being with someone special, and this means that you're taking on, your personality is taking on whatever it is this person recognizes, whatever it is this person represents to you. Okay, hope that makes sense. Number 1, the card that comes out is the Queen of Swords. Okay, do you have a tendency to overthink things? Okay, this is a bit gruesome, the imagery here. However, the meaning is very positive. The Queen of Swords, somebody who thinks a lot, is very good at intellectualizing situations, but maybe not so much in touch with their feelings. Okay, your feelings are every bit as valid as your cognition. You may need to remove your head. Get out of your head, okay? Chop off your own head so that you can feel things. It's not always about logic, okay? Logic can take you so far. It's very good for things like dealing with money, for example. However, when you're dealing with people, you need to run everything through a human heart. This person became very reliant upon their cognition, their intellectualization of concepts and situations, whatever, because they'd been through a very hard past, very difficult history, and that's what causes diamonds, heat and pressure. So this person's been pressured a lot in their life and learnt to use their thinking as some sort of barrier or guard or some sort of protective device. Okay, so it's useful, thinking is useful, however, it's not always good to, rely on that. You are a human, you have feelings, there's a whole lot of new growth coming to you, and just maybe stop thinking so much, go out and have a bit of fun, go into nature, go bushwalking, just be. Okay, get in touch with your feminine self if you've picked card number 1. All right, card number 2. Card number 2, closing my eyes. Now, what do I see? Seatbelt. Oh, you're in for a fast, wild ride if you pick card number 2. So a seatbelt, it can also mean tighten your belt with money, okay? It's not the time for overspending at the moment, okay? It's like I'm in a small little car, but quite a modern car, but it's very zippy, it can go very fast. So tighten your belt and be a little bit cautious, not the time for overspending. The card that comes out is the 9 of Pentacles, which is about your money, creating something, and then money can flow from that. You can see that beautiful blue there that is reminiscent of Michael the Archangel, and it might be a message that he is around you in some way. But overall, it means that, the ability to be content with your finances is possible. Okay, there's some sort of outward accomplishment or outward creative process, and you might feel quite pleased with yourself that you've created the way that you have and that money can come from it. It's almost the end of the cycle though at a 9, so a new cycle for your finances, it could be in the offering. Not immediately perhaps, but you know, sooner rather than later perhaps. Number three, what do I see here? I get this sense it's night time and there's a lamp in front of me. It seems like a few hundred years ago. It reminds me of England in maybe the 17 or 1800s, early 1800s, 17. Oh, okay. This is a lamp, it's got a bit of fire, but there's also lamps like street lights. So I don't think street lights come on until the late 1800s. Yeah, if you're a history buff, you might know that. So light is about awareness and insight. So this is like at the turn between the old and the new. The old way of knowing things, which was much slower, and you could only really, you know, move about with light in the daytime, and then little, you know, sort of torches that would be made, you know, with maybe material soaked in tallow or something like that and burnt. But yeah, it was all sorts of issues with that, and dangerous too, people always burning their houses down. But this is at the turn where it's going into electricity. So yeah, I update my idea about when this happened, because it must be the late 1800s, I suspect. But what that means is that insight, a lot of insight and awareness is coming through, and it's going to be more freely available to you, and you don't have to rely on old ways of doing things to know what's going on. The card that comes out is the Knight of Pentacles. I had this on Facebook this morning, this card, again about your physical financial circumstances, but also it can sometimes be your possessions or even your physical body, which isn't a normal kind of interpretation at all. But I just feel that myself, that the physical body can be involved somehow. Sometimes it's a hard-working young man. You might know someone like this. Could be like a son, or you know, a neighbour or someone close to you who's quite hardworking and responsible, and maybe they're thinking about going out on their own, stepping out on their own. This card is encouraging them to step out into the wider world and, you know, use their skills. It's like they've got some experience, they can use their skills to get what they want. Yeah, so there's a degree of sort of exploration and adventure around this, and moving into the outer world. But yeah, don't risk your money, of course. You know, sometimes people want to do things like invest in crypto. I'm not convinced at the moment. I've got no crypto investments. I wouldn't recommend it at this stage. If you like living a really wild life, and you don't mind having your emotions all over the show, up and down, well then you might want to invest in crypto, but that's not me. Okay, so number four, what do I see here? Okay, there's something here. No, I can't move on yet because the line's in my face. It's like, have the strength of your own convictions to move ahead if you've picked card number 3, and to move out into the wider world and try something new. Okay, so now we go on to number 4. Number 4, money. I see bags of money here for number 4. Okay, it's funny because the white bank bags that I can see, they're tied off and they look like they've got little rabbit ears or little animal ears the way they're tied off at the top. But rabbits, of course, a symbol of fertility. So, yeah, you could be looking at, having a baby or something. But because it's in relation to money, I think it's more about abundance and fertility with your money. You pick card number 4. It's the Knight of Wands. feeling motivated, stepping out, again, the sense of adventure. This is saying do it cautiously, not too quickly. You might be sort of tempted to advance too quickly. There's a lot of growth here. Travel could be involved, but when I see that triangular shape, I think of chakras opening up. So Knight of Wands is often quite fiery, spiritual, inspiration. It could be a young man, maybe he's involved in travel in some way, or he's interested in travel. And it's like he wants to know about the outside world and the unknown. He wants to learn. It's also, sometimes it indicates a possible change in residence, but not often, okay? But this is saying go out into the world, explore, get motivated, get enthusiastic, just don't go overboard with it. But there's definitely growth here for you if you pick card number 4. All right, number 5 is alive. What do I see for number 5? Okay, chains on the wrists. These are the ways that you've limited yourself, or somebody may have limited you. Then I see old-fashioned, like an old-fashioned wreath of blue flowers, and these limitations might have caused some sort of not exactly grief, but a feeling of despondency or unhappiness, perhaps. The good thing to note is that this chain on the right, because the right's about the masculine, is about to fall off. So it's some male energy that has held you back at some point, okay? On the other hand, you have allowed that on some level. They can't hold you back and interfere with your free will unless you let them. I've got 2 cards here, both pulling me, but I'm going to go to this one. It's the 8 of Wands. Brilliant ideas coming to you so that you can fly free and be free under the auspices of the moon, okay? Your subconscious, your intuition guiding you and sending you these brilliant ideas, okay? So great flashes of insight coming to you this week if you pick card number 5. Okay, we've got no major arcana here. There was no major arcana on the Facebook reading either, which is very unusual. So that's 2 readings with no major arcana. So that's very significant. Maybe it's a time for staying at home or staying close to home, for turning within, looking within yourself rather than looking to the outside world. Maybe you're finishing up things to do with 2023 and looking to 2024. I am actually doing the horoscopes for that at the moment, so I'll get those up as soon as I can. It'll be we're nearly in December now, but yes, it will be in December when they go up. Okay, so yeah, look within, finish off whatever you can finish off for this cycle, for this chapter of your book of life, before we go into an 8-year. Okay, 2024 adds up to universal number 8. So that is a lot about money and success, okay? But I've just written the article for that just on the weekend. That will be going up on the website shortly as well. Maybe think about 2024, how you can stabilise your financial situation if you feel it needs stabilising. Okay, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching today. Leave a like and a comment or share on your socials, and I'll appreciate that very much. Have a great week. I'll see you all soon. Thanks, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.